Welcome to BOJTV Trending News for top stories in local, regional and international news along with sports and local weather forecast. I'm Carla. Coming up in your local trending news. Tourism Minister warns Jamaicans against dangerous seaweed coming to our shores. Floyd Green launches a Southwest Elizabeth leg of greening of Jamaica. Mapen police probe attempted murder, arson, suicide in Clarendon, and PNP targeting 10 additional seats. Now the details. President of the Opposition People's National Party, Dr. Peter Phillips, has said that the party is focusing its energy on 10 additional seats in the next general election, which is constitutionally due by 2021. Dr. Phillips was speaking at the launch of his One PNP campaign at the Quarterly Auditorium in New Kingston on Thursday, ahead of the September 7 Leadership Challenge. Dr. Phillips, who took over the leadership of the party 2 years ago, is seeking to foil the challenge of Manchester Member of Parliament Peter Bunting. In speaking with the comrades, Dr. Phillips said our strategy is to hold the 29 seats that we have and go for at least an additional 10 seats. We are going to organize a seat by seat, community by community, lane by lane, house by house, voter by voter to engage the citizens in the target seats to vote for the People's National Party. He said the PNP has recruited a fine team of candidates with a mixture of youth, energy, competence and experience required for victory. He also noted that for the past 2 years, he has been leading the team on the road and on the ground while listening to constituents. Dr. Phillips has said he has been in discussions with farmers, teachers, business people, community activists, nurses, doctors, workers, reasoning with them and hearing their issues so that their interests can be reflected in the new policy solutions. The PNP president said in 2 years he has ensured that more than 20 caretakers are on the ground in constituencies, headed the party's listening tour and Do Road program, added new blood to an additional vibrant Senate, oversaw a new slate of vice presidents and appointed both a new treasurer and president of the party's youth organization. The PNP leader said the party's policy and education commissions have been revitalized and that its Orange Army has been doing work in several communities. He informed that the party now has 6 national organizers and 4 new chairpersons at the regional level of the party. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett has disclosed that the ministry is moving to deal with the looming threat of sargassum, a type of seaweed, before it swamps the Jamaican coastline. The seaweed, which has a potential to have major negative impacts on tourism, fisheries and wildlife, could pose a long-term threat to the island. The National Environment and Planning Agency NEPA says in 9 months' time it will be here. Let's move fast so that we can deal with it ahead of its coming, Mr. Bartlett declared during the 58th Annual General Meeting of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association JHTA meeting on Saturday. The tourism minister outlined that preliminary discussions are being undertaken with the Massachusetts Institution of Technology MIT to intercept and destroy the sargassum seaweed before it reaches the Jamaican seashore. Investigators in Mapen, Clarendon are probing an incident which left a woman hospitalized and her spouse dead in a fire at their home in Pleasant Valley, Clarendon on Sunday, June 30. Dead is 28 years old Mark Riley of Pleasant Valley in the parish. Reports from the Mapen police are that about 4:15 a.m., residents heard cries for help coming from a woman in the community whose house was also seen engulfed in flames. The police and fire department were contacted, and on their arrival, the woman was seen with multiple stab wounds. She was taken to hospital for treatment, while members of a Jamaica Fire Brigade extinguished the blaze. Subsequently, Riley's charred remains were found among the rubble. The woman is hospitalized in serious condition. Meanwhile, the police are renewing their appeal for victims of domestic violence to seek the necessary intervention through the police, church, court, or other support groups. Additionally, they can seek assistance at the JCF's Domestic Violence Intervention Centers at the following locations: the Area 5 headquarters at 123 Cassava Peace Road, Constant Spring Road, St. Andrew. Their contact numbers are 876-702-5120 or 876-702-5121. The Matilda's Corner Police Station at 115 Old Hope Road, Kingston 6. Their contact number is 876-978-6003. Citizens can also visit their nearest police station or call the police 119 emergency number. A 17-year-old juvenile of a Clarendon address is now in police custody after he attempted to extort a medical doctor in St. Catherine on Thursday, June 27. Reports on the Four Paths police are that about 10:49 a.m. the teen sent a message to the St. Catherine-based doctor demanding a sum of money and making threats for non-compliance towards the demand. The police were alerted and a digital forensic analysis was done, which implicated the teen. He was subsequently arrested and charged with demanding money with a menace. He is to appear in the Clarendon Parish Court on Friday, July 5. Every high school graduate in the constituency of Southwest St. Elizabeth will receive a fruit tree, and an allocation will also be made to primary schools and early childhood institutions in the area. The announcement was made by Member of Parliament for Southwest St. Elizabeth and Minister of State in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Floyd Green, at the Black River High School's graduation ceremony on Wednesday, June 26. The project is in keeping with the Greening of Jamaica, the government's fruit tree planting program, which is aimed at planting 5 million trees over the next 5 years, Minister Green said. He noted that the initiative will be beneficial to the students as well as the wider community. The Member of Parliament expounded to say that these fruit trees will yield fresh, locally grown fruit that can provide nutritious food source and food security. Minister Green noted that his vision for the fruit tree project is to provide opportunities for the residents to engage in sustainable development while helping to reduce energy costs. Those were your top stories making local trending news. Now join us for news from across the region as well as our international story, sports and local weather forecast. From across the region. A female prison officer attached to the Campus Street prison in Guyana was on Friday, June 28, 2019, remanded in prison after she was nabbed by her colleagues with $150,000 worth of cannabis, which was intended for a prisoner. Shondell Watson of Greater Georgetown appeared before Principal Magistrate Faith McGusty at the Georgetown Magistrates Court. Particulars of the charge read that on June 27, 2019, at the Campus Street prison, Georgetown, she had 314 grams of cannabis in her possession for the purpose of trafficking. The mother of 3, who was overcome with emotions, was barely able to say not guilty when asked to plead by the magistrate. Police prosecutor Sion Blackman told the court that on the day in question, about 8:20 hours, Watson was on duty and was observed by the principal prison officer acting in a suspicious manner at a portable toilet in the prison. Watson, Blackman told the court, was observed taking something for a prisoner and was contacted by the principal prison officer and searched. According to the prosecutor, Watson was searched and a parcel which was wrapped in brown tape was found strapped to her waist. The parcel was opened in her presence and a quantity of leaves, seeds and stems suspected to be cannabis were found inside. Blackman told the court that a further search was done in Watson and her handbag was searched. The court was told that the more cannabis was found inside a yellow food bowl which was in her handbag. In international news, a small twin-engine passenger plane crashed in Texas in the United States yesterday, killing 10 people, officials said. The Dallas County Medical Examiner has confirmed 10 fatalities and no survivors, a spokeswoman for the town of Addison told AFP. The plane was headed for St. Petersburg, Florida, and was carrying 2 flight crew and 8 passengers. Vice Chairman of the National Transportation Safety Board, the NTSB, Bruce Landsberg, said. There were few details on what caused the crash, which the NTSB is investigating, he said. Over in our sporting report. Jamaica advanced to the semi-finals of the 2019 CONCACAF Gold Cup following their 1-0 win over Panama inside Lincoln Financial Field. Darren Mattox scored from the penalty spot in the 75th minute after Michael Morello was called for a handball from a free kick by Leon Bailey. The win has booked Jamaica a place in Wednesday's semi-final for the 3rd consecutive tournament, having been beaten finalists in 2015 and 2017. They are scheduled to meet the winners of other quarter-final between hosts USA and Ngerous. Both winners will depart Philadelphia today for Nashville, Tennessee, ahead of the semi-final inside Nissan Stadium. On our local weather forecast, a insignificant feature, a high-pressure ridge across Jamaica. Additionally, there is a low-level jet stream across the central Caribbean. The high-pressure ridge will weaken briefly as a trough moves over Jamaica tomorrow. The forecast for this morning will see mainly sunny skies and hazy conditions. During the afternoon, it will be partly cloudy and windy with possible isolated showers across sections of western parishes. Tonight, mainly fair. Maximum temperature expected for Kingston as well as Montego Bay today is 34 and 35 degrees Celsius, respectively. That was BOJTV's Trending News, your top local, regional and international stories, as well as a sports report and weather forecast. Until next time, I'm Carla. Thanks for watching.